Came with a snafu seat. I swapped it for Cloud 9. That is a Voilamart 1000 watt, 48 volt electric motor, brushless motor. Pretty quiet. It does have a high pitch, aluminum sound. This is a unit pack power battery, 48 watt, 20 amp hours. So it gives me 960, almost 1 kilowatt. I can get about 60 miles on this pedal assist only. So I went pedal assist only because this will go 25 miles an hour, and in the state of Washington, I've got it on the governor. So this is 750 watt is what it peaks at now, because I got it governed. There's 2 blue wires. This is my Rhino Walk bag that I bought about a year ago. Well, it's going on a year and about 2 months, so it's about 10 months old. Used it for the first electric bike, so when I use the hub motor, this is where I carry the controller. It's under the seat, and then I usually have, like in the rainy season, either a rack in the back with a fender or a clip-on fender, just to protect from the water and all of that stuff. But this Rhino Walk is waterproof. It does get warm in there if you run it real hot, so you got to kind of watch that after you run. Open up the bag, otherwise you may overheat the wires or something. Anyway, really impressed that the Hyper Explorer 29er, you can use a heat gun and take all the stickers off. So I took all the stickers off. The Hyper that was on the front. You can see it there. There's still a little of the sticky stuff on it. So it's a 9-speed. This is a Falcon Saker 9-speed freewheel. So it's not a cassette. It comes with a Falcon Saker 9-speed rear derailleur. It does come also with a Falcon Saker. This is a chain guide for the front. I really like that. I was looking for that on my other conversion that I had on a Bafang with a mid-mount Bafang. I do prefer most of the time the mid-mount. I think the ergonomics of the bike are so much better. It's more well balanced on a hardtail. But then again, the hardtail is really the only thing I do with a rear hub. Now, if you go to a front motor, I've never tried it, but if you did, you could certainly have a nice squishy bike. The only thing with the dual suspension is that I like this, where you can get at least the 20 amp hour. That gives you almost a kilowatt, which means 60 miles. And on a mid-mount, you probably could even get closer to, 70. It's just something different about it. This just kind of goes on, but I had better battery range with the mid-mount Bafang with this particular battery. So I've used this battery on each of my builds. I've used these rear hub motors. Like I said, I got 3 of them on all of my builds just to see if they worked. They don't really work too well on some of the Schwinn Boundary or the Santis. This is a 26er, so this is a mullet bike setup, but it's really nimble with the 29er in front. I can roll over anything, but then I can dig in the rear and take a corner really quick and just pull that, kick that rear out a little bit. And these are the Maxxis hookworms, and comes with sparkle disc brakes, which are not quite adequate, but they're not inadequate if you don't put a motor on it. So they'd be fine if you don't have a motor on it. And the bike geometry is really nice, so This is the Hyper suspension front fork. It is wide enough to where you could put this is a 2.5 inch wide tire. You could put a 2.8 inch in there easily, and I believe the back would take that as well. It's just the lower, only the lower chain stays maybe. Yeah, you may not be able to get a 2.8 in the back all the way down there. Well, I take that back because this is a 26er and I've got a lot of room, and so I could do a 2.8 up there because I'm not even up to the middle. This is where the 29er wheel would be centered, like this one centered right here. This would be moved to here on a 29er, so that would fit in there at 2.8 inch.